91% of cyber attacks begin with these phishing emails. People used to think that hackers could just hack in. They don't today. They just log in because we invite them. Healthcare has the highest phishing click-through rate among all sectors. Highest phishing click-through rate. Yeah, well, we have all these other habits, right? We're focused on resident care, patient care. Of course we have this problem. We're not thinking about this stuff. And attacks from phishing emails led to an average of 19 days of downtime in 2024. What would happen to your communities if they were down for 19 days? What would your residents do? Think about that. Bad, right? There's a bunch of habits that we can start implementing in our organizations today when it comes to email safety. The first one is think before you click. Just think about it. Pause, take 5 seconds. Does this look right? Hover over it, check the URL. Is this a legitimate URL? I don't know. Hover over it, see, and verify it. When you don't know and you're in doubt, call somebody. Call somebody, call your IT company, call your IT people, your security people, call a colleague and say, does this look right to you? I wanna ask somebody else before I click on it, just to be sure. Habit number 2, avoid strange attachments. If you're not expecting it, don't open the attachment. Here are some of the really high-risk types that you definitely don't wanna open. Anything with a .zip, a .html, a .iso, a .exe, a .js, which is a script file, or a .docm or XLSM. Those are macro-enabled Word and Excel files, and they're very, very common in business today. So it looks like an Excel file, and we go, oh, that's fine, but then they run a script in the background once you open it. And so most of the modern tools today will block these sorts of things. The IT providers, IT companies, IT departments will block these sorts of things if they're doing their job. And then, of course, call and verify. There's nothing wrong with calling them up and saying, hey, I got this attachment. Can you look at it? What you can do is right-click on an email in your Microsoft Outlook and forward as an attachment off to your IT people and say, would you guys mind taking a look at this and tell me if there's something wrong with it? And if you forward it as an attachment to them, there's no issues with that. So you're not gonna move something wrong. Unless you've got IT people that don't know how to do that, then you probably have a bigger problem. But that's something that is normal for you to do. We ask for people to do it all the time. And habit number 3, beware of urgency. Things like time urgency, fear or shame, secrecy, money, or PHI. I had got a call from my college roommate the other day, and he and his father were on the phone. And he said, hey, my dad's freaking out. He got this email from somebody that says they hacked his webcam and they're watching him do naughty things in front of his computer. You ever received this email before? And I said, well, I mean, he's probably freaking out because he's probably doing what they're saying, but it's a scam. It's a scam, and they know that because they're just banking on them being right. And sooner or later, somebody's gonna feel that pressure, they're gonna feel that fear or shame, and they're gonna take the action that the cyber criminal wants them to take. So, 3 habits when it comes to email safety. Think before you click, avoid strange attachments, and beware of urgency. And you might be thinking, well, don't we have tools to stop this stuff today? Hopefully you've got good tools in place that will help to mitigate it, but nothing's 100%. It's the proactive habits that actually do the prevention. When we know this stuff, when we can get out in front of it, that's what actually helps the most. So yes, there are all kinds of advanced tools out there, but we don't want to depend on them 100% thinking that they're going to save us. So the greatest risks aren't from the hackers on the outside, they're from the habits that you create on the inside.